Hey there, everybody. Today I have the latest from TWCO. This is their Air Controller Chronograph. Now, you're going to see the specs displayed on the screen here in a couple of seconds. But as far as pricing, I have the base price listed, which is on the bracelet $360. As you can see, this is a Meca-Quartz chronograph. But the prices go up depending on the configuration. So the bracelet is $360 US. If you get it on one of the leather straps, you're looking at $335. And if you want all straps, a brown and a black, and the bracelet, you're looking at about $450. Now, one of the things I really want to talk about, because I've always said this, a lot of these reviews, I try and give you all the facts and the info, of course, and everything like that. But then there's still some objectivity and some, and everything like that, and things that are subjective. And when I first saw this watch announced, Robert, the owner of TWCO, had emailed me a few months before and said that he had a new air controller coming out. And then when I saw it announced on Instagram, I gotta say I was a little disappointed. Now, the reason I was a little disappointed was that the original air control model looks very, very, very different than this. This is a more classic looking pilot style chronograph. Nothing wrong with it. You got your 5-link bracelet and everything. And of course, we'll talk all about that here in a minute. But the original model was very, very different. Looked more like a Zen watch, like one of the Zen. I can't remember the model number off the top of my head, but very toolish. Had that cross between a diver and a pilot. Very, very, very different looking than this watch. Excuse me. But then I got it in hand. And then I'm like, okay, $360 just on the bracelet. And I got to say, just as I have been with all TWCO watches, I was very, very, very impressed. And I think the thing, more than anything, that I'm impressed with is just the build quality. The build quality on this is absolutely fantastic. Try and give you a close-up look here. Especially when you're talking $360. Of course, that is a sapphire crystal and everything. The 5-link bracelet is about 4 millimeters thick. You got screws in the links here. There's a heft to this watch. And just everything, when you feel the watch, when you feel the sides, when you feel the bracelet, when you feel underneath the lugs, there is not one sharp edge to this watch. Let me tell you something, I see a lot of watches, I review a lot of watches. That is really rare, especially, it's rare kind of sometimes on $500 watches and up, let alone a watch that is going for $360. On a full, stainless steel bracelet. Even cheaper if you go ahead and you get one of the leather straps. You can see here you got your flip lock clasp. Nothing fancy here. It works as normal. You could see your case back there, which is basically, if we can get a shot here, is basically the same case back you will see on all TWCO watches. Go ahead here, I'll slip it on my 7.5-inch wrist. I'm gonna say 8.5-inch wrist out of the box. I don't know if extra links are offered. You would want to email TWCO if your wrist is bigger than that and you need extra links, but very, very generous. And as I said, these do use screws, so very, very, very easy to size. Of course, on my 7.5-inch wrist, this fits fine. It is a screw down crown, so it is 200 meters water resistant. Not something you always see with this style of watch, so that is nice to see here. Now, one thing of note here, there is no running second hand. So if you take a look here, you'll see there is no running second hand. You do have your date displayed down at the 6 o'clock position, one of my favorite positions. But yes, you will not see a running second hand on this model. So keep that in mind. If you're somebody that really needs that constant running second, you are not going to find it here. Go ahead here and we'll start the chronograph off. And what you're seeing here is actually you have your 24-hour time, and then you have your running 60 minutes there. And then go ahead and snap that back. Give you a close-up look here. Lume is very good on this as well. Super Luminova is used. Let's go ahead. I'll give you a Lume shot right now. There is a look at the Lume. Wanted to go ahead and give you a look at the leather strap. You could see not only are they very nice leather straps, minimal stitching, they got a great tone to them here. About 3 millimeters thick. You do get that deployant buckle with these as well, so it'll extend the life of your leather strap. And like I said, these are what he sent me to show in the review. But if you do order it, the whole package, you'll get the brown leather, the black leather. I'm really going to call this more of a tan. But you'll get both and the bracelet for $450. If you just want it on this strap, it is going to be $335 strap only. So as I said, the thing with this watch really that impressed me was just the overall finishing, the overall fit, the feel of it and everything. It really is a nice looking watch. I honestly, I really don't have any complaints. I guess maybe I could say drilled lugs would be nice, make strap changes a little bit easier, but I'm really, grasping at straws there to try. And of course, not having that running second hand, it's a little weird because like when I picked up the watch to go ahead and do the review, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, this watch isn't running. And then I had to remember, I'm like, nope, no, wait a minute. There is no running second hand here. So that can be a little annoying, but otherwise, this is just a really, really well-made watch for the price. Nothing feels cheap here. I have reviewed watches that have honestly cost twice as much as this one, that the bracelet had sharp edges on the side or in between the links, the back of the lugs, the back of the crown. None of that going on here. You got a nice clean chronograph dial. So here it is one more time on my 7.5-inch wrist. If you want to see more, go over to watchreport.com. You could find the full review there shortly. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe and then hit that notification bell twice. That way you never miss any of our content. Leave a comment down below if you would like. We always appreciate feedback. This is a look at the TWCO Air Controller Chronograph. Very nice watch for the price. Thanks for watching. Talk to you on the next one.